Welcome. This is number 35.
Episode number 35 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yeah. Thanks for just stepping on my intro.
You're welcome.
I was trying to give it like a radio kind of feel.
Whatever. This is what happens. We are back. We took a hiatus last week.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to decide what days we actually wanted to record on.
Yeah, and we've come to, we're going to record on Saturday morning, even though it is not Saturday morning anymore.
It is Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I can't seem to get you up in the morning.
Well, honestly, I forgot about it until last night, because I've been so used to recording on Sunday. And then I realized, like, late last night, like, oh my God, we're supposed to do the podcast in the morning. And then, yeah, but it's okay. We're doing it now.
Tristan cannot get up in the morning at all. Tristan can't get up before 11 a.m. except for when he has to go to work.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's so weird. I get up 5 days a week. I get up early 5 days a week at like 7:30. But on the weekends, it's like, it's impossible to get up. It's so weird.
You know, I'm the opposite. Like, I can actually, like, I'll get up early on the weekends because I wake up early during the week.
So your body is just like forcing you because you're used to getting
up. Yeah, it's almost kind of like you have this internal clock.
Yeah.
Almost. It's like, and I would get upset because I'm like, I want to sleep in on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I will still wake up early.
Can you move the mic a little? Yeah.
I still want to wake up early. Or sleep late and I wake up early. Yeah.
Yeah, my internal clock must be broken then, because it's just so much harder for me to get up on the weekends, you know? It's like my body needs extra rest, you know?
Tristan, you are 24 years old. You're not old.
Well, that doesn't matter. I still work 40 hours a week and have to get up early. Like, that doesn't, just because I'm young doesn't mean my body doesn't need rest.
I'm not saying it doesn't mean your body doesn't need rest. You stay up probably till how late do you stay up?
It depends.
No, I'm not.
You mean during the week or on the weekends?
During the week.
So it depends. It depends on if there's a show that I'm really interested in at the moment.
Yeah.
Or a video game that I'm really interested in at the moment. But usually, if I'm staying up late, I'm watching a show. Because this is my routine. So I'll get home.
Yeah.
And I'll play video games for a couple hours.
Yes.
This is the order. This is the order. I play video games for a few hours.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll eat, usually pretty late. And then,
really late, like 11 o'clock.
No, not always. It's not always that late.
Tristan, it's like 10:30.
I've gotten better recently. I haven't been eating that late.
You get home at 6:30 and you don't eat till 11.
Yeah, because that's like my body has gotten used to that. Because like I have to play the whatever game I'm into, and then I'll eat while I'm watching a show, and then maybe I'll stay up until like 1 watching a show, and then I'll go to sleep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But sometimes I fall asleep before that. Like sometimes I'm just so tired.
You're tired.
That I don't even play video games or anything. I'll just fall asleep.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have us coming in saying, hey, we missed you.
Yeah.
Come give us love.
Yeah.
Why did you not come hug me? And I do it, of course, because usually when you get home, I'm still working.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I have to come and get my hug, and then sometimes you're just asleep. And then, of course, you come home, you close your bedroom door, and then you lock the door. So we have to knock and make you get up.
Yeah.
You lock the door to keep us away. You know that's not going to work, right?
Well, because I'm usually changing my clothes if I lock the door.
Yeah, but then you just say, hey, I'm coming. But most of the time, like, and then you fall asleep. And then you have to, you know, we wake you up, so.
Well, just don't.
I know. You know I'm not going to do that. You live in my house. Like, that's not going to happen. I'll give you time to change. That's fine. But I don't know. It's just, it's different because, like, I remember being your age and, like, I would be up all night. Sometimes I think this generation now, you guys are kind of wimps.
What do you mean?
Like, you guys are like, Oh my gosh, I worked all day. I'm just like so exhausted. Like, we are just made of different. I don't know. I was gonna say material. We're just made differently. I don't know, because like I was your age, I would go out and I would be out all night partying, and then like get a few hours of sleep and go and work a full 8-hour shift in a factory, doing like some grueling work, and it was fine.
Yeah, but the difference between you when you were my age and me is that you probably didn't value rest. I value I value relaxation by myself.
My goodness.
That is something that I have to have.
This generation.
No, it's not a generational thing.
Oh,
and
the
thing is, I got all of that out of my system in high school. I'm not interested in going out and staying out all late and doing whatever. I'm not interested in that.
Tristan, you didn't do any of that stuff in high school.
I did.
You didn't stay out all night?
I did some without your knowledge sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, you were a little sneaker then.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to go stay with Ivory then and went somewhere else. Okay, I got you.
No, it's not even that. I snuck out. I snuck out a few times. I've never even told you about it.
No, you're telling me now. Okay, so tell me.
I snuck out a few times and went out.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's what every teenager does.
Yeah, I would go out the back door and just leave it unlocked. And then
that's why we woke up. I was like, where the hell? Why is this door unlocked? Okay.
No, you didn't even know. You had no idea.
No, that's not true. There was times I found things that were weird.
No, but you never knew or found out that I had snuck out because you would have said something. You never knew. You never knew.
You better be glad we didn't get up. I didn't get up and lock that door.
I know. That's what I was afraid of. That I would be locked out of the house and I'd have to like knock on the door and be like, "Why are you outside?" You know.
You would have been like, oh yeah, you would have been caught.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, every teenager does that.
Yeah,
but
still,
the point is that this I'm sorry. Like,
but that's not true. That's just me, Mom. That's not true. Kids are still people my age are still people they're still doing the same things. That's just not something that I'm interested in.
No, well, I'm glad that you're not, but I'm just saying, like, you come home and then you're like, you're you're just different. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you crack me up because you're like, I work 10-hour shifts, 4 days a week. I'm 47. And
yeah, but you
still have more.
You're sitting down all day.
No. That is not.
No, it is different. I'm not saying.
Tristan,
I'm not saying that it's any. I'm not. Listen.
Physical work. Listen to me, because I used to do physical work. Okay, I've only been a counselor since 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been, even before then, I was doing physical work in a factory, probably just as physical as you do. You know, working for Walmart. Okay. So that's not even, I did some grueling work.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about it.
So
I'm just saying
I understand being tired.
Yeah.
I get that. But I would still get up and I would still do things. You do that, you do your work, and then you stay up all night.
Exactly.
And then you're like, I'm just so tired. You guys, you act like you're just like dragging.
But I
like,
don't. But that's not true, because I still get up every morning and go to work, no matter how late I stay up.
Tristan, you probably stay up till 3:00 in the morning.
I have. I don't do that often, but I definitely have, and I still get up and go to work.
Yeah.
So it's not.
We're just. Me, I was just probably made of something else. I don't know.
No, that's not true.
I valued rest whenever I was younger. I did. We were just, I just partied. I just partied hard, I guess. I don't know. I had some I was a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I was a little bit crazy, but I enjoyed life. We had fun.
Yeah.
And I worked with some crazy people back in the day.
I'm sure.
It was fun. So, yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm still like that today. So I don't go out and I don't drink or I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that stuff. But I have a fun spirit, I guess.
I guess so.
I do. I was today I was just like, I was Johnny was playing music and I was up dancing. Mom kind of looked at me like I was crazy.
That's all right.
I love it. You know me. I get up and I dance to nothing.
Yeah, of course.
There could be no music playing.
Yeah.
It's the music in my heart.
Or schizophrenia.
The music in my head. I can dance to nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm on beat.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's
I don't know about that.
Oh my goodness, I am. You guys love it. If I wasn't here and I wasn't doing it, just think, take me out of the equation, and it's just you and Mom and Johnny. This would be a boring house if you guys didn't have me here.
Well,
think about that.
I guess.
Where would the laughter be?
I don't know.
I am the glue that holds this family together.
I'm the glue. Are you kidding? I'm the glue.
Are you?
You're not the glue.
Oh my God.
If I left this house, you guys, I don't know what would happen. I don't know what you guys would do. I'm the glue. I'm the real glue.
I'm the glue.
No. I don't think so.
No. All right, we're 50-50. If both of us left, I don't know who would.
Well, no, then it wouldn't. Yeah.
No, I'm the glue. I'm the glue of this family.
Whatever.
Okay.
You can think whatever you want.
So we'll go on all day back and forth. We'll have this debate at another time. So we recently have just finished Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this airs, Thanksgiving will be over. But we are just 2 days removed, right, from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Tristan made a wonderful mac and cheese.
It was fine.
It was good.
I did mess it up a little bit because it was just a tad bit grainy. But it did taste pretty good.
Yeah.
But this is something I wanted to talk about too with the mac and cheese. You know the white girl on TikTok, Teeny? That
yes.
did one of the mac and cheese recipes?
Yes.
So she's been under fire recently.
Why?
People have been very upset. Because she's a white girl.
Yeah.
Making that sort of mac and cheese, which has historically been like a black part of like cuisine or whatever.
Yeah.
People are upset that people are using her recipe.
Yeah.
Because she's white.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
People
have been complaining because they're saying, oh, well, this is a black thing, like, you know, and she's like trying to take credit for it or whatever, you know?
I think she just has a mac and cheese recipe.
Yeah. But people are upset that it's, I don't know, it's kind of silly, but.
This world, I don't know what is wrong.
People are arguing. People are arguing on Twitter if mac and cheese was a black invention or a white invention.
Who cares? Make your own dang mac and cheese. Who cares? If you have a family recipe from growing up that your grandmother made, your big mama made, then make that mac and cheese. Who cares? Her freaking mac and cheese looks amazing, and I'm sure it tastes amazing.
It does look amazing.
Because I'm telling you one thing, I might make her mac and cheese for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it looks amazing.
It does.
You know? I mean, who cares?
But people are mad that, like you're just saying it's her mac and cheese. People would be upset that you said that because, no, that's not her mac and cheese. That is a recipe or a type of mac and cheese that has been a part of black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, people can be mad that I said that.
Or maybe considered soul food, like a part of that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, so is it only black people that can make mac and cheese then?
I think some would say, yeah. I think some would
say. So white people
out
there, you cannot make mac and cheese.
I'm saying I think some people would say black people make better mac and cheese.
Okay. Well, that's people's opinions.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, they're taking one more thing from black people.
Yeah, I think that's
the mentality. Really that's what it is. You're taking one more thing from us. Okay. So why are y'all? I'm going to just take a breath before I say what I'm going to say. Because I don't want to be disrespectful. Okay. I think that sometimes people, when we talk about Black culture and we talk about what we're standing up for and what rights, sometimes I think you're picking the wrong battles.
Yeah.
About what you're arguing about. Who cares about mac and cheese? You know, if you want to talk about anything else that you feel has been taken from Black culture, pick something of real importance. I'm just saying, I don't think mac and cheese is one of those things. There could be point. Other things that have been taken from the Black culture that whites or other races have taken as credit for their own, that have been created by Black Americans, that are more important than mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, pick your battles. You know, pick the right battles to fight and argue about if you want to do that. Mac and cheese ain't one of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of silly.
Yeah.
Silly.
When you really think about it.
But a lot of people get offended. It's not just mac and cheese. Like a big one is fried chicken too.
Yeah. I mean,
like if she posted a fried chicken recipe, she would be canceled probably.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She's white.
Because I think I did hear somebody say, "Well, her husband is Black." You know.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you have to have a you know? I'm just sorry. Maybe I have an old fashioned way of thinking. Just as I get I think as I get older, I see the world differently. Like if I was like your age or in my 30s, I would probably be like, yeah, she don't need to be cooking. You know, I would, maybe I would. I just don't see the world like that anymore. The older I get, I always go into thinking, why am I arguing about this? Is arguing about this really going to change other people's perspective? Is it going to benefit my life in any way? Is it going to make change or a difference in the world? And do other people really care? Is it just something that people are arguing about for the moment? Or is this going to change or stop people from copying things in Black culture?
I think that this is going to be a conversation from now on every Thanksgiving, or anytime a white person posts like a mac and cheese recipe. That's like that kind of recipe. People are going to argue about it,
right?
You know,
yeah,
because it's just something to argue about too.
Yeah,
people like arguing about stuff.
Yeah, that poor girl. I feel sorry for her. You know, I mean, she can cook. She was on Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef, and I didn't know who she was until I saw her on that show. And so it's like, you know, it's not like this girl came from like money and all that. I mean, this is a girl that's come up from, you know, she's worked her way through culinary school, and I mean, you know, she's made recipes on TikTok and cooked and all that stuff. And I mean, it's mac and cheese. So what? I mean, people can't fry catfish either. White people can't fry catfish, because that people would be like, that's a Black thing too. You know,
I think people.
What specific foods? What specific Black foods? What specific foods are associated with Black culture? You know, anything soul food, right?
I'd say mac and cheese, fried chicken,
oxtail,
cornbread, oxtail,
greens, yes, those are all
sweet potatoes,
yes, those are all considered like soul food, right?
Yeah,
Black culture, right? So, I mean, yeah, so you know, I guess they're like, stay away from our food, don't copy it, don't try to change it, don't, you know,
yeah,
and it's just, she's not making Big Mama's mac and cheese. I mean, she's not making your family's mac and cheese, but I get like the concept of it. But if I'm just saying, you know, pick a freaking, you know, pick your battles, pick the right battles to fight about, pick the right battles to debate about.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
let me tell you something. There's still going to be white people on TikTok making mac and cheese. It's
Yeah.
not going to be, I mean,
Yeah,
it's an argument that you're not going to win.
Yeah, definitely not.
I know. I was watching all the TikTok videos. And they're like, I'm going to go back to old school mac and cheese. I'm not using Teeny's recipe. All right, then don't use the recipe.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Why are you arguing about it?
Yeah.
And while people are arguing about those things, there's other crazy things going on in the world. It's a distraction.
It is. But people want to be distracted, I think.
Yeah. And why do you think people want to be distracted like that?
I don't know. I think people maybe it's not so much that they want to be distracted. I think that people just want to people I think inherently want some sort of conflict against something. You know what I mean? Like I think inherently people want to fight for something. You know, even if it's the most mundane of things.
Do you think it's because they want to feel like they have some sense of control of something because they're losing control over things that are going on in the world or what? I don't know.
That's probably a part of it. Yeah. That's definitely a part of it.
I think sometimes people just like chaos too.
Yeah.
They want to be heard about something.
Mm-hmm. But I also think what you said about black people feeling like a white person is taking something from their culture. I think that's probably the main reason why.
Yeah.
People would get mad about that.
Yeah.
You know.
But fight for something else that you feel that they've taken that's more important
than mac and
cheese. Because there's many other things that have been taken from other races that are of more importance that you can fight for and discuss and debate, you know, and educate other people about that may not be aware, you know, that was created by black people. Educate people about that.
Yeah. You know, I think mac and cheese actually was, at least in America. So what I read was that Thomas Jefferson went to France or somewhere in Europe. And they were making something that was like mac and cheese. And I guess he brought a slave that was his cook or whatever. And they saw like what they were doing with the pasta and cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently that inspired Thomas Jefferson and his slave. I don't remember his name. I think it was like Thomas Hemmings or something like that. And then apparently he was the first to make mac and cheese in America.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. So I mean, it's not like it's, you know, even something that was created in America. So
yeah, or it was at least it was inspired by something
else in another country.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. So I mean, a lot of people need to. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of I don't want to say this the wrong way. There's a lot of misinformation. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they're going to be talking about that and arguing about it, do it in a way like educating people about something. You know, I mean, educate yourself first.
Yeah.
Okay. You can express your point of view and your frustration with it, but then educate people about something, you know?
Yeah.
And why you feel the way that you feel. No, people just get on there and just be wilding out. And that's it. They just want to get their rage and their frustration out. That's it. That's how I see it. I don't know how you see it. No, that's my opinion.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. But I like mac and cheese regardless. I don't care. I don't care who makes it. If it looks creamy and cheesy and it's got a good cheese pull, and it's seasoned right,
that's all that matters.
I'm going to eat it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
If it's seasoned good and it's got some good cheese in it. Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah. So. Well, speaking of Thanksgiving and food and whatever, I wanted to ask you about Christopher Columbus.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Because there's been a lot of
I don't know. You're giving me a history lesson.
No.
today?
I'm not.
It sounds like it.
I'm saying, like, over the last, I'd say, maybe 20 years, the way
Yeah.
that people in America look at Thanksgiving and Christopher Columbus and the relationship between America and the people who were here first, Native Americans, has changed a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Especially since when you were in school.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, how did you guys see Christopher Columbus back then? Did you see him as, like, an American hero?
Oh yeah.
Was
yeah.
that how he was taught in school?
That's how he was taught in school, and like he discovered that the world was not flat but it was round. Or he thought it was flat but they found out it was round because he kept discovering places.
Yeah.
It was almost kind of cartoonish in a way. And then it was, we always learned about his 3 ships,
Mm-hmm. Can you name them?
The Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Uh-huh.
What was the other one? Shit.
Was it the Mayflower?
No, that was the Pilgrims. Oh my gosh.
He wasn't a pilgrim?
No.
Oh. I thought they were the same thing.
Oh my gosh. We're going to have to reverse this and we're going to have to edit this. And
Wait, well,
reverse
when did
it.
the Pilgrims come here?
In the 1800s? No, wait a minute.
No, that was Christopher Columbus, wasn't it?
No. Oh my Lord.
I have to look it up now.
This is ridiculous. This is what public education does.
What do you mean?
No, this is why I am 47. I don't freaking remember. And I loved history too.
The Pilgrims came in November 11th, 1620.
1620.
So that was way after Christopher Columbus.
They said Christopher Columbus discovered America. The Americas.
Mm-hmm.
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
I'll do you in the bottom while I'm drinking sangria.
Boats and hoes. Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch Step Brothers. Okay.
Back to Christopher Columbus.
Yes.
So we were always taught that he discovered America.
Yeah.
And now there's people saying that no, he didn't discover America.
He was like a terrible person.
He was. But this is the thing I want to talk with the discovery thing. He technically did discover it. What does discover mean?
It means coming up on a piece of land that nobody has claimed or nobody has seen before.
I'm going to read the definition. Find something or someone unexpectedly or in the course of a search.
Yeah.
So he did discover. This is the thing. He wasn't the first person ever to discover the land.
Right. Yes.
But he did discover. He was the first European to discover
right.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that he was the first one ever there, but he did technically discover it.
Right.
Because they were searching. They were actually searching for India, I think.
Yeah.
Or they were searching for something. And they landed there, and they thought they had landed in India, I think.
Yeah.
Which is why they called the Native Americans Indians. Because they thought they were in India.
Yeah.
At first.
Hmm.
And then that just stuck.
Yeah, but he was not like a good guy.
No, of course not. He's one of the most horrible people in history.
Yeah. But people were like, here, this is Columbus Day. You don't have to work today.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I think they talked about, I think that day is now, what's it called? It's like a different, like, Native American
yeah, I can't remember.
holiday.
I can't remember what it is.
Um,
They probably just like recently changed it.
Yeah, I think within the last few years they did.
Yeah.
But people still call it
Columbus Day. Yeah.
You know, and still celebrate.
And then they're kind of like, oh my gosh, we realized he was not a good person. But see, and when I was growing up and they were teaching it in history class, it was like he was a hero, and this is what he did, and you had to memorize the 3 ships that he had and things like that, and then and then of course you learned about the Pilgrims when Plymouth Rock, and you learned about like the first Thanksgiving, and that there was never turkey served at the first Thanksgiving. It was seafood, and but then they talked about how they made it kind of sound very harmonious between the Pilgrims and the Indians or the Native Americans, and really the Pilgrims brought disease and they didn't have
they did
and they did not have anything. They brought smallpox, I believe.
What's so funny? I conflated Christopher Columbus with the Pilgrims. So I thought that Columbus was the one at the first Thanksgiving.
No.
But it was the Pilgrims.
It was the Pilgrims.
Yeah, that's a completely
I was like, why are you talking about Christopher Columbus?
I don't know.
I was like, wait a minute. No.
It's just because of the Native American connection.
No.
I conflated the two.
No. I was just going along with it. But I was like, wait a minute. No, he's not a pilgrim.
No, he wasn't. He's not a pilgrim.
Yes, but they brought like smallpox, I believe. It was smallpox.
That's what killed most of the natives. Both time when Columbus came and when the Pilgrims came, it was mostly the disease killed like 90% of them.
Yeah,
just horrible.
Yeah, they brought it over.
Yeah,
from Europe.
Yeah, and it just wiped them out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, I know, and it is crazy. But that was the first Thanksgiving, and I don't know like a lot more than that, because I mean that's what I don't know if that's like the history. So that was what we were taught. I don't know what your history like as you were in school.
Pretty much taught the same thing,
But I think it needs to go a little bit more in depth.
I'm sure
the history now. I don't know what the curriculum is now in the public school system. Because the more that people learn, and this, I think that history has always been there, even whenever I was in school.
Yeah.
But they never wanted to.
They didn't teach it.
They didn't teach it, and that's been the problem in our school system. It's like, no, if you want to teach history, teach the real history.
Yeah.
Of America, everything, the good and the bad, because that's the history of our country. What was brought over here, who it killed, and why. What was the whole point?
I think the whole point of why like the history started being taught in school was probably just to make you a more patriotic citizen.
Yeah.
Just teaching it through the lens of like, we're the good guys.
Yes.
All the time.
That's a good point.
You should be proud of this country.
Yes.
That's
why they whitewash the bad. Like we don't want they would say certain things because they couldn't be like, oh, this is just like the most perfect country. But it had to be like America wins.
Yeah.
And most things, right? And the other countries are less than. So you had to portray America as the superior country.
Yeah.
And I mean, the freedoms we have. I mean, yeah, I'm very, very grateful and thankful I live in America. Absolutely.
Me too.
And so, yeah, I mean, it is America. It's a superpower. But it's, but there's a history to our country there's an underbelly. There really is. It's not all roses, flowers, daisies, whatever.
No, they had to get really dirty for us to get to this point.
Exactly. Very dirty. Very dirty. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Johnny were talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
about the history.
There had to be a lot of bloodshed.
Oh, yeah.
For America to get to this point, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, it's against their own citizens, not with other countries, but also within the country itself. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are history nerds and all that. You know.
Yeah.
Now I will call them history nerds. You know, they just history buffs. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think about the theory? A lot of people actually are believe this now,
hmm
that the people that were native to this country are actually what people call African Americans today. People think that most people that are considered African American were actually the real Native Americans,
I don't know. That's interesting.
and that they didn't come over on
on
ships.
ships. Yeah,
from
there was a
Africa.
guy on Joe Rogan's podcast. I cannot remember his name.
Hotep Jesus.
Yes, and
Yeah,
he was
I know.
talking about this.
Mhm.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that is an amazing. And I only saw like a clip of
Mhm.
what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I had not heard that before. Like I had heard because everybody thinks like everybody was brought over on ships, but I do believe that they could have been.
I believe. I
I
definitely
do,
believe.
but I do believe that there were people here.
I definitely believe some Africans were brought over
Brought
on
over-
ships.
Oh yeah, they were. Yes,
But
they
I don't.
were.
I don't think it's impossible to think, because if you go there, you can see a lot of pictures online of people that were natives. Like they
Yes.
wore the guard. They had the headdress and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like almost like African features. They have black features,
Yeah.
but they're natives, and they're
Mhm.
really dark skinned. You know.
Yeah.
But what we see as Native Americans are, I don't want to say that considered red skin. That's
skin.
what people have always said, with long black
Yeah.
hair. But if you look at these pictures, like they look like black people,
Yeah.
like what black people look like today.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really interesting.
It is very interesting, but he was. I'm gonna have to go back and watch like that episode with him because he's very serious.
Yeah.
I don't think Joe Rogan could say anything after he got done.
Yeah,
talking.
no, yeah, I remember he was like he couldn't believe it. He thought he was crazy,
I know.
and it does sound crazy.
No,
just
but he
'cause-
was talking about how do you think that he was talking about how they taught white people how to do a lot of things,
Mhm.
or the Europeans.
Yeah,
You know, he was.
they
like-
taught them how to bathe.
Yeah,
Apparently.
he says
Because the Europeans were all stinky and gross, and they weren't.
Yeah.
They didn't bathe.
they didn't
apparently.
bathe. They
Yeah.
taught them how to bathe and how to do a lot of things. And he goes, "You mean to? I mean, because otherwise, but nobody wants to believe that somebody that is native or not. I mean, of European descent would not already know how to do that.
Right.
You know, but that's what they think." He goes, "How do you think?" He goes, "What do you mean that they didn't have boats or that people weren't already here?" You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I mean, the way that he was explaining it made sense. It made you
Yeah.
think about, well, wait a minute, how there
is
had to have been people here.
Well, there were definitely people here.
Yes.
I think but the question is, were they what black people are today in America?
Yeah.
You know,
hmm
which I don't know.
I don't know.
know.
That's hard.
But
hard.
it is an interesting thing to think about. You know,
But why? I would say yes.
you think so?
Sure.
That there were black people native to this land?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possible.
Yeah. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think we all came from Africa.
Yeah. Probably not.
No.
Like every single black person in America, probably not.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, you can go back. People be like, "Oh my gosh, I have a relative. I have descendants from Europe."
Mm-hmm.
How could you have descendants from Europe if you're from Africa? I mean, seriously. I mean,
Well-
even if you had ancestors that came over from Africa and they were sold during the slave trade
Yeah,
to
you.
Europe,
but you could still have European.
You know,
ancestors.
yes,
There were a lot of slave owners
yes,
that made children with their what they
Slaves.
considered property.
yeah,
You know, and they made
Very
it
true.
so they were making more property.
right, true.
You know?
more workers, yes,
Yeah.
very true. But I mean, that's very true. But I don't believe Like, I don't believe that, that I do believe it's possible
Yeah.
for natives and blacks to
Yeah,
have
so
been
yeah,
here.
so the
Yes.
thought
Yes.
is that because that takes a lot of effort to build a big giant ship
Yes.
that's a slave carrier,
Yeah.
sail all the way across the world to this other continent
Mm-hmm.
and steal all these people
Yes.
and take them back.
Yeah.
The thought is, why would you do that? There were already people here
Mm-hmm.
that you could enslave. You didn't have to go on this exodus,
Yeah.
this campaign to get slaves.
Yeah.
So the thought is that those Native Americans that I guess would be considered black today were the ones that were enslaved.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
At least some of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I absolutely, when he was talking about that, I was like, wow, he like captivated me.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he was talking, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I was like, that makes sense.
it does. It really does.
Like, it makes sense.
But to most people, it sounds so crazy because again, we've always just been taught that
But
black people came here on ships.
right, but you're indoctrinated with that.
Yeah.
You're indoctrinated with one specific narrative that this is how black people came into America.
Yeah.
Right? That has always been our history that's been told. So whenever we hear something else that could be fact,
It sounds impossible.
it sounds impossible. But then whenever you listen to it, you're like, wait a minute. But when you're being indoctrinated with something, that's why they do it. They don't want you to question anything. They don't want you to question yourself and be like, wait a minute. Like, take a step back and really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they teach us that from a very young age in school. That's why they do it. That's why you don't get the full history of anything. That's why it's not taught in schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they are trying to get rid of African American history in colleges and universities. Any sort of history that is besides what they want to teach.
Mm-hmm.
They want to continue indoctrinating people throughout. That's why. But when I listened to him, I was like, no, that makes sense. I believe that. I believe what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I do. Because the look on his face, he was like, I'm not laughing. I'm not joking. And like, he was like, this is fact.
Oh yeah, he was dead serious.
He was dead serious. And Rogan's looking at him like,
well, because again,
like, he had nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. He was like, I'm dead serious.
Yeah. Because I mean, again, it might sound crazy, but I believe it's possible.
But you know what? The things that sound crazy are true, and the things that are false sound reasonable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, anything, but the things that sound crazy, I'm telling you, are
a lot of times
they're true.
Yeah.
They're true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to follow. If you feel like whenever you hear somebody speak, and it starts to resonate with you, and you're like, yeah, like, yes, I'm not following along with everybody else, but no, it's like speaking to you, like you feel it. There's truth in that. I believe that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I saw that, and I told Johnny about that earlier, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Listen to that episode with him," because, and I couldn't remember the guy's name.
It's Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Yeah.
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 Well, a lot of those same people that believe that also believe that there's a portal to Egypt in the Grand Canyon. Which, have you heard about that before?
Well, I have not heard about that, but
there's like the Grand Canyon is actually like a part of Egypt or something. Like you can get to Egypt, like get to Africa through the Grand Canyon. I don't know. It's crazy.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of theories and things in the world, but you know what? All I know is that God made this world. God made everything, and anything is possible.
Yeah, and we don't know everything.
Anything is possible,
and we don't know everything.
No, we don't.
We know very, very little, actually.
Very little. So I don't. And that's the thing. Like, we'll believe anything that man tells us.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Yeah.
We'll believe anything a politician says.
Yeah.
So I believe, God created this world and the earth and everything in it. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
We don't know.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. I still believe in dinosaurs.
What do you mean?
I believe dinosaurs were here. I believe,
Well, yeah, they were.
of course, So some people don't know if that's true.
Did you see the? Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing with Joy Behar calling Joe Rogan a dragon believer?
Yeah.
which was so ridiculous.
Oh my gosh!
But it's because he had a wildlife biologist on his show, and they were talking about the possibility of dragons existing. Because if you look in a lot of cultures, they all have art of some sort of somebody like slaying a dragon.
Yeah.
If you look in a lot of Asian cultures, European cultures,
Yeah.
they have like images of like dragons coming.
Yeah.
And like a burning a village and somebody like slaying the dragon.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. But I think it's possible that dragons existed. Maybe they did. We know that pterodactyls existed. Obviously, they probably didn't throw up fire out of their mouth, But I think it's entirely possible that there were giant flying lizards.
Could have been. It could have been.
Because pterodactyls exist. We know that. That was a flying lizard.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely could have.
Yeah. I hope they were real. I hope somebody finds dragon bones at some point.
I'm like, I knew that they were real.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a possibility.
It's so crazy because we've only started discovering dinosaur bones like 200 years ago.
Yeah.
It's so crazy when you think about just how short, like, in the grand... Like, we just discovered gorillas, like, less than 200 years ago or something like that.
I know.
Like documented.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
No, it's not. We should be further. You would think that we would be further along in that technology.
I'm gonna fact check that just in case I sound like an idiot.
You don't want to sound like that on your own podcast.
Yeah, gorillas were first discovered in the 1840s and 1850s. Just think about that. That's not that long. That's a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
That's not long ago at all.
No, it's not.
1847 was when the gorilla was discovered.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, it's insane.
But there's, I know, but what do you do?
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, that wasn't that long ago. Imagine how many things we haven't discovered
yet.
Right.
I know.
There's probably so many things.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a portal to Africa in the Grand Canyon.
You never know. You never know. You just don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just been amazing. It's an amazing world we live in with just interesting people, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a nice Thanksgiving.
We did.
Yes.
You could have seasoned the turkey a little more, but it's fine. What?
I did my best.
It was good. No, it was good. I saw so many turkey recipes on TikTok. Did you see the videos of people trying to deep fry turkeys?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Every year they post those videos and they just blow up. The freaking thing. It's
we
horrible.
deep fried one. It was good. We'll just have to deep fry one next year.
Yeah.
I'll have Johnny do it.
Yeah, we could.
He did one years ago when everybody first started deep frying turkeys.
Yeah.
And we bought the whole deep fryer and all that. I was like, my gosh, when I heard it was $49 for peanut oil so you could deep fry your turkey.
$50?
Yes.
That
peanut oil.
Wait, like, do you mean the one in like the red box?
Yes.
That's $50?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you could deep fry your turkey because that's what you have to deep fry it in. Yeah.
That's insane. I didn't know it was that much.
Yes. I saw it at Walmart. I was like, that's freaking nuts.
I dispensed so many of those at work.
I will just put it in my roaster. That's what I will do.
You can actually deep fry a turkey inside.
Yeah.
I saw somebody do it on TikTok.
I did too.
You just have to be very careful.
Put it in
Yeah.
the basket and then but you have to have a big deep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did too. It looks good. So if I do that, maybe I'll just do it like that. But yeah.
I want to try to make the turkey next year.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Honey, please, you can go ahead and do it. I don't mind. I don't mind passing the torch
Because
to
it
you.
looks so like you see like these chefs making these turkeys. They put you go under the skin and put like a rub
Mhm.
on and some seasoning. It looks really good.
Yeah.
You know.
I tried to get up underneath the skin, but I think I need a bigger turkey. I only had like a 13-pound turkey. That's all I had. I usually
it was a decent size.
it's good enough. It was big enough for us. I mean, it's only 4 of us here.
Yeah.
So yeah. My dressing was good, but you don't eat dressing. But
I just don't like onions.
my dressing was good.
And I almost died from the onions when you were cutting them.
Oh my gosh.
Almost went blind.
Oh, poor baby.
No, I'm
Oh.
saying like I'm just saying I don't know if I think it just affects my eyes more than yours.
You
'Cause
were-
I'm telling you, like my eyes were like burning like really bad. Like my eyes
I
have
sound like such a terrible parent because I'm laughing at
no,
your pain.
it's fine. But I'm telling you, my eyes have never burnt. My eyes have never felt like that before in my life.
That was the best onion.
the best onion.
It really was.
You can avoid the making your eyes burn if you just chill it first
Well, I didn't.
and don't cut it from the root end. I looked that up.
He's just a wimp.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Wimp.
I'm just saying that's the worst my eyes have ever felt in my life.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying. Be careful next time. I'm going to wear goggles.
It was good though.
To wear eye protection.
Mom wanted me to make that dressing recipe, that stuffing recipe. So I did. It had bacon and thyme and sage and
Mhm.
onions and celery and
No, I
it
took
was really good.
I took a bite of it. It was pretty good.
Oh, it was delicious.
It was pretty good.
And butter. Lots and lots of butter. The mac and cheese was good. The I didn't make green bean casserole this year. We just had green beans.
See, that's like a thing that would be considered part of a white Thanksgiving, I think. Green bean casserole.
Yeah, because black people don't make green bean. I like green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Another thing is like putting cranberries in the dressing. That's like a white thing, supposedly. You know, they put cranberries in the dressing.
No. Well, they put it in the dressing?
I think so.
Or
I think
on
it's
it.
I think it's
They
cranberries.
use like cranberries. Yeah.
Like dried cranberries, I think.
Oh, no.
And they put it in the dressing.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Or raisins in the potato salad.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might both be true, but I
I've
think
never
that's-
heard of raisins in potato salad.
Have you ever been to a white Thanksgiving? Probably not, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know where you would have gone to a white.
Well, no, because we've always cooked.
Yeah.
Or if I haven't had it, Tracy's had it. So no.
What was Thanksgiving like when you were a kid? Like, whose house did you guys go to usually for Thanksgiving? Was it always Grandma Goldie's house?
No, like growing up, we always went to one of the aunts' house. So it was either Aunt Baby Dolls or Aunt Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Mom had either Christmas dinner. Like I was probably very, 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 very young. I think Mom had it like once. I think she had like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving at the house.
Mm-hmm.
But even after that, yeah, it was always Aunt Baby Doll or Aunt Ruby
Yeah.
that we went to every year. Yeah.
There's a video
That
You
was
know-
the 50th. Are you talking about the video?
when you were young and you guys were having dinner somewhere.
Yeah,
Was that somebody's birthday or something?
that was the grandma and grandpa's 50th
An
wedding.
anniversary.
That was their 50th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
That's when Kendrick was very little,
Mm-hmm.
and I had on a whole brown outfit. It looked like somebody that was getting ready to go on a safari.
Yeah, you looked like you were in the military or something. You looked like Steve Irwin.
I did, and I had a short Jerry curl. I did, and then I was wiping my nose like this on the video.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I was like,
I wonder where that video is.
Mom still has
Does
it.
she have it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
No,
again.
no,
Yeah,
it's,
we should have watched that the other day on Thanksgiving.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. Yes.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
And oh my gosh, yeah. I was probably like, oh my gosh, because Kendrick was a baby pretty much. He was a
You're
baby.
probably like 15, 16.
No,
Not even that?
I don't think so, because I think Kendrick was maybe 4. I might have been 14. I might have been 13 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. And yeah.
Who made the mac and cheese for Thanksgiving back in the day?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember who made the mac and cheese then.
Well, who made the turkey?
You mean like in our house or just?
I mean, for Thanksgiving dinner for whoever's house you went to, like.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. We would always bring a dish. I don't know. I don't remember.
Come on.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. That's like freaking over 30 years ago. I don't remember. I don't know. They would always have mom would bring desserts. Sometimes mom would bring mac and cheese sometimes, I think. But mom would bring desserts, I think. Most of the time.
I was thinking the other day, it's interesting how families change. Because, like, when you were a kid, everybody lived in, like, on the same road. Or, like, on the same block or in close proximity.
Yeah.
You know, like, the whole family, pretty much, or most of it, was around you. So, all the birthdays, holidays, everything.
Yeah.
Everybody was together.
Yeah.
It's interesting how time goes on, like, the older people in the family start passing away.
Yeah.
Kids grow up and move to different places.
Yes.
And everyone's spread out, you know.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, everybody's just doing their own thing.
Everybody's living their life.
You know?
Yeah. Like growing up, we were all around like the same neighborhood. And cousins were around each other.
Yeah. Like multiple generations, like 3 generations.
Yeah. Of people.
You know?
Yeah. We all grew up around each other.
Really 4 generations.
Yeah.
Like, because when you had me, like, it was still like
everybody was around.
Everyone was still there.
Yeah.
You know?
And you ran up and down. Oh my gosh, you gave me the blues. Oh jeez. Gosh, this kid, I'm telling you. But yeah, you did. Yeah, because grandpa had passed, but grandma was still around when you were there. Yeah, grandpa had passed the year you were born. Like, I think a month. Yeah, you were a month old when grandpa passed. And, you were a month. Yeah, you had just been born. And then, you were around with when grandma was around. And, but yeah, it was like generations of
it's interesting to think like that. It seems like that was a lot more common back then, you know, for like the whole family to be in one area.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it was. Yeah. It really was.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's, you know, everybody was close. Everybody watched out for each other. You know, everybody knew you really couldn't get away with anything, as a kid, because everybody knew what you were doing, you know? But yeah, I mean, we all watched out for each other. We did. We all watched out for each other. I'm grateful that I got to grow up around that. I'm grateful that I grew up in the family that I grew up in. And I'm grateful that, you know, you get to be a part of that family too, you know, but yeah, we all watched out for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for the family that we have. That's what I was grateful for this Thanksgiving. I mean, it was just, you know, there's a lot to be grateful for. And even the upcoming holiday season with Christmas coming up and yeah, I mean, I'm just, I'm ready to get my shopping on next week.
Mhm.
And
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about.
yeah,
Was Black Friday?
yeah.
How did you go Black Friday shopping like when you were younger in the past?
No,
Never?
No.
Not even once?
no.
Why not?
Well, first of all, most times never had the money. It always fell on the time when I never had money because it's too freaking close to the end of the month.
Yeah.
Second of all, I just never wanted to go and be in that crazy crowd, and I never wanted to stand outside because they didn't do it like they do it now. There was never any pre-Black Friday day, Black Friday
Well, yeah.
sales.
Well, now it's all on the internet.
It wasn't on the internet then. It just wasn't. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cyber Monday sales. It wasn't anything like that. It was, you're going to get up the next day. The stores were closed. Everything was closed Thanksgiving Day. Nothing was open. Everything opened up bright and early.
Mm-hmm.
Friday morning. But people would wait. They'd be out there like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
waiting, and this was like in 1990s, 94, 95. And people just didn't, it's not like it is now, but it was enjoyable for people then. People, like families got together and had a plan. They came up with a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
When they went,
A strategy.
they did.
Like a war strategy.
They did. Whenever they went Black Friday shopping, they did. Like, they did.
Yeah, you go here, you go to
Yes.
this aisle, you go to that section.
Yep. They did. They did.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day of Target in 1994, and there were hundreds, if not 1,000 people waiting outside. As soon as they opened the door, they all rushed through the door.
Did you see the people running that were working there? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a mob of people chasing them.
Yeah. I wonder
That's how it was. But
So-
it was fun.
I'm sure it looks fun.
It was fun then. Now it's like the greed of corporations and stores has sucked all of the fun out of Black Friday shopping.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun anymore.
And also, a lot of the time, they're not even giving you like real deals.
It's not. It's
They're
no
the
deals.
same deal as when they're having some whatever sale or
Yeah. It's not like 50% off, 60% off. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal anymore. You're not saving a lot of money anymore. So like this is like this. Back then it was like, this is the kickoff to your holiday shopping. From now on, like, it's off to the races, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where you're going to get most of your deals for the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
You're not getting that now. You're not. I'm sorry. You're just not. It's not fun anymore. So I don't look forward. And then they wanted to start Black Friday deals a week before Thanksgiving. I mean, come on.
Walmart has been having Black Friday deals since like the 12th of this month.
Yeah.
Or, like they did like the 12th through like the 18th, and then
Yeah,
they did another one. Like
it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun for me. Like I don't even in the 90s, yes. I thought it was fun. Like we had always wanted to, but it was cold in Missouri. I never wanted to go. I was like, I'm not standing out there to go shopping and out there for 2 hours and coats and whatever. No, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, if you didn't go in the morning, you weren't going to have anything.
Mhm.
You weren't going to be able.
It was all gonna be
Everything was
cleaned
going to
out.
be gone, right? Because the stores would stock up with all this merchandise.
Mhm.
And then they would sell it for 50-60% off of everything in the
Yeah.
freaking store, and that stuff be gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's just
I think
I
it's
just
really
don't like
I
it.
think it's really
Yeah.
mostly just because of the internet. Because again, you could do the same. You can get the same deals from
online.
your couch.
Yeah,
you
and so
know.
people aren't going to go in person and shop. So the internet ruined it, and it did. It just sucked.
I mean,
all of
even
the
when
fun out of
I
it.
was a kid, when I was like 7, 8 years old. I mean, obviously
my
the
God.
internet was a thing, but
Right, it did.
most people probably weren't shopping online in 2007, 2008.
No,
It was still kind of a big deal. It's crazy how much it's
Right.
changed in just the last 15 years.
a lot. It's changed a lot. Like so many people are so ingrained in your phone. Like I'm trying, and I told you this before, right? Like I was going to try to stay off my phone as much as possible.
You didn't.
I did, but I'm on TikTok a lot. But I have been reading my East of Eden, so I'm really into that book. That book is so good. I was actually reading it, and then I was like laughing out loud in parts of the book. It's like parts of it are funny, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's an excellent book. If you haven't read East of Eden by John Steinbeck, you should read it. It's fantastic. And so I'm trying to read a little bit more in the evenings and not be on my phone, but sometimes it's like, or I'm trying to watch television instead of on my phone. But I was in Dollar General just a little bit ago, a while earlier, and it's just like people are shopping, but they're on their phones still.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
like these guys in line. People are in line. Like I did not have my phone. Just like when we were at the show last night.
Mm-hmm.
So people are in line and everybody's just on their phone walking.
Yeah.
It's just like,
that's how people satiate boredom now. Like when you were growing up, if you were standing in line or whatever, you just had to be bored.
that's what I did last night.
You know?
That's what I did last night. Whenever I was in line, I had my phone in my purse, but I didn't take out my phone that whole time. I actually, and it was interesting because I actually took that time and I just looked around. I looked at the menu, and I just looked at my environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually paid attention to my environment.
Yeah.
This is how people be getting robbed. This is how people don't pay attention to, I didn't see that. I didn't know what was going on because they're not present in their environment. And it is just kind of like, I'm just going to sit here and not be on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually nice not to just be looking down at something. You know,
we've become one with these devices.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
eventually they'll probably literally be a part of us.
Yeah, that's scary.
And the thing, they already are. Like if you are out and you lose your phone, you're like, you have a panic attack.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Like it's your heart that you lost. Or something.
That's very true.
You know?
It's very true.
So it's like it's already become a part of us.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. People use it. They get on their phone to satiate, so they don't have to be bored.
Yeah.
You know,
but
your best thinking and reflection probably comes when you're bored. You know.
Yeah. That's very true.
So that means probably a lot less people now today are less, what's the word, reflective or whatever.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah. Well, they don't. A lot of, you know, as a counselor, I tell people. You know, and I always try to practice what I preach. I really do, because we have to live by an example, you know, especially working in that field. And so I am trying to utilize a lot more of the just kind of having quiet and just not having my phone and taking time to self-reflect. Like you have the quiet time. Like people are like, I always teach people, I'm like, you don't want to isolate, right? You don't want to, because isolation is not healthy for people.
Yeah.
But having quiet time and alone time is, and everybody needs to have that. And it does give you time for self-reflection, just to kind of tune out chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And the world
and distractions
news, things like that, and just kind of, and it helps us to have self-reflection about our life, things that are going on in our life, maybe a direction you want to go in your life, things like that. We need, but without the stress.
Yeah.
You know, I take that time to journal. Even to read, it just takes me away to a different place. I'm not thinking about anything stressful. And I love having quiet time. If I can have it, I want it. Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, yeah, I think that's part of the reason. I think more people are stressed than ever before. Yeah. Even though you could probably say this is the best time to be alive in history, just because it's life is a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
than it was in the 1800s.
Yes.
But you're still with you have your phone, and the news cycle is constantly moving.
Constant.
You're just being inundated with information
All the
and
time.
whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just too much for our brains, I think, and it drives people crazy. It
Yeah.
literally makes people go crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yes. Temporary insanity. It's the same thing with when I went to the beach. People are on their phone. It's like, why come to the beach and be on your phone?
Yeah.
I have never, anytime I go to the beach, I might take a picture or like a video,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be on my phone scrolling.
Yeah, they're over there on the beach looking at photos of other people on a nicer beach in a nicer bikini.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't. Like, I can see if you're taking a video family, like for like a few minutes, because I have done that. But I don't want to be scrolling on TikTok when I'm at the beach. It doesn't make sense. Like, I looked over and I saw like these guys over there, and they're like, they were just laying out and they're on, on their phone. I'm like, you've got this beautiful ocean and scenery in front of you, and you're on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about, being present. So even standing in line at a theater while I'm waiting to, get, food, it's just not I'm trying to incorporate taking even like the small moments and not have my phone.
It's just being in the moment.
And just being in the moment. And I think the more that I try to do that, it will become habit, and I won't feel the need to have my phone on me, like have it right in my hand, in my face, as much. So I'm a work in progress. I can't help it. I try to do the best I can.
It's all right.
I know.
We're all doomed anyway. So
Oh my gosh!
might as well be on your phone.
I don't want to be on my phone all the time. I mean, I know we do the podcast and I do social media and we do Instagram, but I don't post a lot on Instagram. I don't post a lot on Facebook. I just don't. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just old. I don't know what else to say. I am on TikTok a lot more than I used to be.
It's addictive.
It's
actually addictive.
Maybe I should start something on TikTok. We have the Tanya Tristan Hour on TikTok, and I have my own private page on TikTok, but I don't know. Maybe I should do something else.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I think we should wrap this up. Grandma's waiting for me to take her to the store. She's probably fuming, waiting.
Yeah, what time is it now?
It's 3:30.
Oh my gosh. She's mad.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so just remember that we are on Spotify, iHeartRadio, please, Apple Podcast. We have our YouTube channel, The Tanya Tristan Hour.
Please like and subscribe, share,
comment, please, and thank you for our 27 subscribers that we have on our YouTube channel. Yeah. I'm appreciative of every subscriber that we have.
Yeah, we're in the 27 club.
So thank you. Yes, we are on the 27 club. Yeah. So thank you. And if you guys do like our content, please subscribe to our channel. And then also check out the Tanya Tristan website that we have. And we also have a online shop, which is TATH Styles, and that website is www.tanyatristan.shop. And we also we're on Instagram as the Tanya Tristan _podcast.
Yeah,
I think I always forget one. I'm sure I forgot one.
I think it's fine.
He doesn't care anymore. I'm still supposed to record that and then just post it on every video, and I forget all the time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll have to do it at one point in time. I'll get it done.
So you don't have to hear us at the end of every show trying to plug everything.
I keep forgetting to do it. I don't know. But yeah, so we appreciate everybody who is listening, and please go to our website, check it out, and check out our online shop.
Yeah.
And we do have some new. I did add a couple of new shirts and some new glassware on there. So check out our new items on our online shop, please.
Yeah, go buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some nice Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this has been episode 35 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Thanks, you guys. You guys
See
are
you next
awesome.
week.
Thanks, you guys. See you next week.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.